You know, it's funny. We talk about SEO and search all the time on this show, but it feels like everything's changing so fast these days.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't long ago we were all just focused on Google
Yeah.
getting those top rankings, you know?
Absolutely.
But now everyone's talking about AI.
Yeah. AI SEO is a whole different ballgame.
It really is, and we're going to dive deep into it today.
Yeah. We've got some great data from Opositive to dig into.
For sure. And I think it's going to be a real eye-opener for anyone
I think so, too.
who's still stuck in that old SEO mindset.
Yeah. The game has changed, whether we like it or not.
So let's talk about that change then.
Okay, so where do we even begin?
Well, I guess the biggest thing is that Google's not the only game in town anymore, right?
Exactly. I mean, it's still huge, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But you've got all these AI-powered platforms now. Chatgpt, Gemini?
Perplexity, Claude.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
And they're not just search engines in the traditional sense.
Right, it's not just about blue links anymore.
Yeah, people are going to these AI tools to get direct answers.
Straight from the AI.
Exactly, and that's a huge shift.
And they're trusting those answers.
More and more. Yeah, the data from Opositive shows that something like 80% of users
Wow, 80%.
trust those AI-generated answers more than ads.
Really?
Or even organic search results.
That's incredible. It's like a whole new level of trust in AI.
It is, and it makes sense when you think about it. I mean, these AI models,
Yeah, they're getting pretty smart.
they're trained on this massive amount of data.
From all over the place, right?
Yeah, news websites,
Yeah.
industry forums, even social media.
So they're pulling from everywhere.
It's all feeding into their knowledge base.
And then they use that knowledge to answer our questions.
Precisely. And even Google's trying to keep up with this trend with their search generative experience,
SGE. Yeah.
where they're using AI to create those summaries right on the search results page.
So you're seeing it everywhere, this integration of AI into search.
It's the future of search, whether we're ready for it or not.
Okay, so given all that, how do we adapt?
But that's where this GEO framework from Opositive comes in.
It's GEO.
Yeah, it stands for Generative Engine Optimization.
Generative Engine Optimization. Okay.
And it's all about understanding how to win in this new world of AI search.
Okay, so what are the key principles here?
Well, the first one is answer optimization.
Answer optimization.
Yeah, so instead of just trying to rank with a link, you need to be the answer.
Be the answer.
Yeah, literally, like you want the AI to quote your content as the authoritative source.
So it's not about getting clicks anymore. It's about being the source of the information.
Exactly. And to do that, you need to create content that's concise, factual.
And easy for the AI to understand.
Precisely.
So short, impactful nuggets of information.
That directly answers specific questions.
Got it. So that's answer optimization. What else is there?
Well, the next big thing is citation optimization.
Citation optimization.
And this
Okay.
goes beyond traditional link building.
So it's not just about backlinks anymore.
Yeah, those are still important. But AI models also look at mentions and citations from other trusted sources.
So being featured in news articles, industry publications, blogs, things like that.
Exactly. Those mentions tell the AI that you're a credible source.
So it's about building authority in the eyes of the AI.
Right. It's like building trust with a new friend.
I like that analogy. Okay, so we've got answer optimization, citation optimization. What's the third key principle?
The third one is context over keywords.
Okay, so less about stuffing your content with keywords.
Yeah, AI is much better at understanding natural language and the context of a search.
So right for humans, not robots, basically.
Exactly. They give a good example in the report.
Okay, what is it?
So instead of targeting a keyword like best Italian restaurant, London,
Yeah, that's pretty generic.
you'd be better off optimizing for something like authentic Italian dining in London.
That's much more natural sounding.
And the AI will understand the nuance and intent behind that query
So it's about understanding how people actually search
and speaking their language.
and then creating content that aligns with that.
Exactly.
Okay, so answer optimization, citation optimization context over keywords. What else is important for this AI SEO?
One of the biggest takeaways for me is that media presence is now a ranking factor.
Really? So getting featured in the media is more important than ever?
Absolutely, because if you're not being mentioned in credible publications, the AI might not even know you exist.
Wow, that's a powerful statement.
It is, and it's why Opositive is so focused on this idea of trust PR.
Trust PR.
Yeah, it's all about getting your brand featured in those authoritative sources.
So that the AI sees you as a credible and trustworthy source of information.
Exactly.
And it's interesting because we're seeing this trend play out in the real world, too, with these big partnerships between AI companies and content providers.
Yeah, like OpenAI's deal with News Corp.
The Wall Street Journal, that was a big one.
Yeah, over $250 million.
And then you've got Reddit, Time, Condé Nast.
They're all getting in on the action.
So it's clear that media presence is only going to become more important in this AI-driven world.
Absolutely. If you're not part of that conversation, you're going to get left behind.
So let's recap all the key components of this GEO framework then.
Okay, so we've got answer optimization, citation optimization, context over keywords, and strategic media placements.
Right.
And then they also talk about things like semantic content optimization.
Which is basically making sure your content is rich in meaning and context so that AI can really understand it.
Exactly. And then there's AI prompt engineering and structured markup.
Those are more technical aspects, but important nonetheless.
Yeah, and of course, data-backed backlinking is still relevant.
We're not throwing out all the old SEO tactics entirely.
But we need to adapt them to this new landscape.
And finally, they talk about RAG,
Retrieval Augmented Generation.
which is a fancy way of saying that AI is getting better at retrieving and integrating real-time information into its responses.
Yeah. It's pretty cool stuff.
So it's a really holistic approach, this GEO framework.
It is, and they're claiming some pretty impressive results.
Like what kind of results?
They say that brands can achieve 9 to 10x growth through ad-free channels by implementing GEO effectively.
Wow, that's significant.
It is, and it shows the potential of this approach.
And to help brands achieve these results, Opositive has developed a suite of in-house tools.
They have, yeah, things like Crawl plus Live plus Queen plus Vizier plus and Tribe plus.
What do all those do?
Well, Crawl plus helps them analyze huge amounts of data quickly. Live plus monitors referral links in real time.
Okay.
Queen plus is for scalable content creation. Vizier plus provides advanced analytics.
And Track Plus.
That's their network of high-authority publishers.
So they've really built a whole ecosystem around this AI SEO concept.
They have, and it's all about helping brands adapt to this new reality.
Because as they say, AI isn't replacing SEO, it's changing the rules.
Exactly. It's a whole new game, and we need to learn how to play it.
And the goal now is to become that primary source for AI.
The go-to expert in your field.
The one the AI trusts and relies on.
Precisely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think the message is clear.
Yeah, we're entering a new era of search.
One where AI is playing an increasingly important role.
And if you want to stay ahead of the curve,
You need to start thinking about how to optimize for AI.
how to become that trusted source that the AI turns to for answers.
It's a whole new world out there.
It is, and it's exciting.
It is exciting, but it's also a little daunting.
Yeah, but with the right strategies and tools, we can all succeed in this new landscape.
Absolutely. So if you're still stuck in that old SEO mindset,
It's time to wake up,
and start thinking about AI.
because the future of search is here.
And it's powered by AI.
So how do you plan on adapting? Think about it.
Lots to think about for sure.
Until next time.
See you later. Bye.